Balin? Oh.
Ah. Tere. Kas ma tohin teiega rääkida? Miks tere jooksite?
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me. I will show myself out, with your leave, my lord.
Pjässä. Nagu ma saan, nagu ma olen nii uhke, et ma ei räägi ise temaga. Sest et ta on mingisugune mistress, vaata.
Thank you. I will go now.
Kas ma hakkan lootima?
Desire.
Locked object, you might be able to pick the lock if your skill is high enough. You might need to locate the key.
Of course.
Ooh. Increases monetary gain, mis mõttes päriselt või? Kusjuures ta isegi tekib mulle kuidagi, ei. Mulle kilbi värv muutus, ma ei tea. Et see on mu venna kvarters või? Ma varastan tema kraami.
All right.
All right. Nägemist. Kas teie kinni sinna või? Okei, tule kaasa.
Delighted.
Küürib seal.
I am proud to serve the Aidukans. I am at your service.
Hea. See on lukus
I
siis.
am at your service.
Ma juba kuulsin seda. Shiftiga jääb seisma. Kontrolliga jääb seisma. Ja tühikuga pausib siin ei ole mingit hüppamist. Väga palju...
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside. I can't wait to see who's fighting today.
Okei, siin on see trooniruum siis jah. See on lukus.
I am at your service.
Oh ei, vesi on otsas. Siis ma pean varsti pausi tegema, et...
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Okei. Siin on juba rohkem isikuid. Ma mingi pärast arvasin selle nii, mis need pallid siin. Silk merchant, arm merchant. Ja siit saab minna vist sinna fighting kohta äkki.
I'm sure we can work this out reasonably. It's in the records. There's nothing I can do. Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Aidukan, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Aidukan, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house. It doesn't matter, it's all lies.
Mine ära, mul on igav.
My work tells the stories of all those raised paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
Üliväike on see dialoogi koht ikka. Ma nagu ei saaks ise üldse hakkama, pean küsima selle, kes iganes mul on see sõber.
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
No, reaalselt ma olen ajaloo poolt.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Aidukin?
Ma ei tea, kas see Aidukin oli hea mees või mitte.
You would not say so if it was your house, but I shall respect your wishes. For now, excuse me, Your Highness.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Yes.
As you say.
You've shown House Aidukin a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people. Of course. I have much to document and organize. Good day, Your Highness. And thank you.
Pole paha. See vist uks. On küll link on siin, jah. Aga see ei ole... Oh, tere. Kas te müüte midagi?
The finest in home decorations!
Okei. Vist neid pole vaja.
So I pay your exorbitant price, only to end up looking like a poor imitation of Prince Balin. You'll get no coin from me.
But that's not what I meant, my lord. My lord!
Clint.
My lord Aidukin, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
Why is this man speaking to me?
Please, look as you will.
Noble clothing. This minor magical charm captures the viewer's attention and just... Mul on neil mingi 5 kopikat ja... Issand jumal. Kus mul raha on? Ta müüb igasuguseid... isegi mu kandmisvõime on siin. Kas ma saan seda müüa ka või? Oh. Spect. Ma nagu nii meissi ei taha. Oh, ma saan küll raha. Tegelikult ei taha. Äkki ma saan neid anda kellelegi tegelikult. Ma ei kujuta ette. Ma igaks üks, et on mooli alles. You have just gained access to a first store. Here you can buy and sell items. Various stores are scattered throughout the world. While transaction is open, you may use the buyback function to reverse any accidental sales or purchases at no loss of money. Once the deal is closed, however, the items become the full property of shopkeeper, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Our trust follow, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
hakkab mingi käsivõitlus nagu nii. oota, see Peelen on see kolmas või neljas vend või?
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you're receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
Kiss my ass.
Stubborn, aren't you? When I'm king, I will help you get over that. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
Oh, peab olema elus.
That it is. Let's get back to enjoying it, shall we?
Mulle meeldib see on minu... Oota, kes ta on siis? Ta on ikkagi mulle sugulane või vend või?
My lord.
Wow. Oota, ta on...
Not much that you don't already know. My father's father was a great hero of the Deep Roads excursions and raised the family to the top of the warrior caste. He was even nominated to join the assembly and found a noble house, but the honor was in the nomination. He wasn't afforded a single vote. My father served your father for many years, and now I serve you.
Okei.
As you will.
Ta on siis ikkagi... No mingisugune allub lihtsalt mulle sattunud ajalooga olema.
Look at this piece, darling.
My lord Aiducan, nothing here rivals your amazing Aiducan armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Aiducan has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me. You honor me, your highness.
Mul pole midagi seljaski vist väga. Aga kas ta näitab, mis mul... Ta võiks näidata, mis mul seljas ka on. Ma ei saa... ta näitab, okei. Ta näitab võrdlust siia. Aga mul polegi praegu kiivrit. Aga mul pole muidugi nii palju raha üldse, et midagi osta.
Nonsense, woman. Your words bring shame upon our house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Bronca's work?
What about that one?
I doubt he's up to the task.
Neil on mingisugused nimed, ehk siis nad peavad olema mingisugused
I would love
tähtsad.
to end up with a red... What have we here? Two handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Who's your friend, my lord? Another noble from the honored House Aiducan? Oh, then not a noble?
No, Telly, not a noble. Stone you're thick sometimes.
I'm a noble.
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his caste from his father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child. It provides new sword arms for the house, and many nobles look favorably on such women.
Sounds like a good deal. This woman offended me. Mulle meeldib korim.
You're the most appealing, obviously. A noble from the best house there is. Handsome, too. Are you interested in a bit of bedded diversion?
I'm always interested. Anytime, day and night.
We'll be here if you change your mind, my lord.
No, praegu pole vist see õige päev. Võib-olla mõni teine päev, kõik teised päevad. Oo, miks siin on mingi dagger? Miks siin on shortbow? Et ma neid müüa saaks, muidugi.
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena? We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving ground.
Issand, kui tore.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Will we be leaving then?
Yeah.
We are at your command.
The proving. New codex. siin mingisugused lood siis. Ainult siit. Siuksest kohast siis saan vaadata. Ma mõtlesin, et see on nagu suurem koht, kus liikuda.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
Oota, kas ma saan ise ka siis võidelda, jah? Kas see oleks hea mõte või halb mõte? Äkki ma saan vigastada ja siis ma ei saagi minna. Äkki ma ei oska võidelda. Ma olen komander, mitte võitleja.
Your presence encourages the fighters to greater feats. I'll call the first fighters in a moment.
Quest updated. Okei, see, mis siin toimub, on päris kahtlane. Mida iganes. Siin on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Väga palju ühesuguseid 2D olevusi, kes pööravad kaameraga kaasa. Issand. Nad võitlevad. You have honored the proving fighters with your presence. Now it's time to attend to the feast your father has planned for you. The feast is going to be held in a... Okei, juba ongi tehtud siis või? Ehk siis ma nagu vaatasin... So.
My lord. Your wish is our command.
Ehk siis, okei. See oli siuke kiire. Peaks ruttu minema tagasi. Ja hiljaks ka veel muidu.
My lord? You honor me, Your Highness.
Tahtsin need tegelikult maha müüa. Mis ma siin kastist leidsin lihtsalt. Ei, mäng näeb väga hea välja. Oma ajastu kohta. No kuigi need siseruumid ka, ma ei tea, kuidas see väljas võiks näha. Väljas võiks välja näha.
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threat.
Okei, hakkab pihta.
My lord, might I bother?
Kas ta ütles midagi või?
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord.
Okay.
I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
It looks as if the heads of House Bimo and Mino are keeping your father busy, which leaves you plenty of time for our dear old friend, Lord Dace.
You're a credit to your caste, Sir Gorum. I've always said so. If I had a daughter, I'd give her to you and make you the noble you deserve to be.
You honor me, my lord.
First, let me congratulate you on your commission. 2 of King Endrin's children now commissioned war leaders. It does great honor to your house. Of course, I didn't stop you just to express my loyal affections. There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
I don't play politics. Ütleks ma päriselt, aga ma olen sellisel tähtsal kohal ja mul peab olema mingisugune arvamus. Või no okei, see on ka arvamus, kui ma ütlen ei.
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause. When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Jah. Ma ei tea, mulle ka sobiks, kui kõik dwarf, nagu muidugi dwarf fortress. Dwarfid on sellist maa-alused elukad, aga ma olen ikka harjunud neid maa peal ka nägema ja nad ei tohiks enda siis nagu seda tiitlit kaotama. Lord Dace has asked you to show your support for his cause in front of the gathered nobles. He wants Orzammar to accept the surface caste into the houses they once belonged to. Kes need siin on? Duncan. Kes see on?
Greetings, my lord Aidukan. It is an honor to meet you.
See on mees ju. See on see, kes alguses oli. See, kes veriseks sai, sul suhu lendas verd talle, kes see mees on?
I have had the opportunity to recently meet with your father. He speaks highly of you. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Aidukan. Your humility aside, I have no doubt you will be a fighter of great renown. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Ozamor, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world. Alas, I do not think he would take kindly to that suggestion. As the child of the king, heir after Lord Trion, your place is here. You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
What else would you know? What else would you like to know?
Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves and thus even fewer dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn. Being a Grey Warden means abandoning all ties to your old life. It means dedicating yourself to destroying the Darkspawn.
Ehk siis see küsimus on täiesti mõõtetu, sest et ütleb, et ei.
Truly? Then I will speak to your father after tomorrow's battle. I have my doubts he will relent, but there is always hope. Until then, good luck to you. Show the Darkspawn what your people are made of.
You're a fool.
Kes see? Ütles mulle seda või? Mulle ütlesid seda või?
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
Did you hear something?
Show you are to be respected, and I will no longer speak to you as a child. Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you. If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Dukin.
Ma vaikselt saan pihta, aga...
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the servicers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Ma reageerisin veits üle. Kolmandat lugesin ühtäkki. Siin on nagu nii ekstreemsed need valikud, et kohe tapab ära. No sellised need, selline see oli see aeg. Samas, no maksame, aga aga see ei ole ikkagi õige, see, mis nad teevad. Et nad, kes maa peale lähevad, ei ole dwarfid, ehk siis mina ei saaks ka maa peale minna ju, kui ma tahaksin.
The surface caste gave up their noble ties willingly, generations ago. Will you humiliate your house and your father for them? Well, don't think too long.
He has many reasons for wanting you to speak out for him in front of the nobles, and not all of them are noble. Kurja. Kas ma peaks temaga rääkima või?
My king, please reconsider. Trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Shirak will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
What if I must?
So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the paragon Aidukan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better?
I have a question. I seek to know the prospect better.
Lord Dace, head of House Dace, speak.
Lords, ladies, my question concerns the plight of our wayward kin, the so-called surface caste. What does the Commander Prospect think is the proper place for these lost souls?
Oh god. Mida ma teen? Surface was no list of men. Seda ma ei taha öelda. Aga nad andsid ise... Nad ise olid nõus. Aga see ikkagi käib ju. Kõik on rahas kinni. Ma ei taha, et ta mind trikitaks. Äkki see vana naine on lollakas. Samas võib-olla mitte. Me peaksime maksma.
Are you satisfied, Lord Dace? Do you feel you have learned something about the prospect?
Yes, my king.
Then if there are no other challenges, I give you Orzammar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms. Walk well, commander.
Ah, mis see tähendas praegu? Walk well. Nagu mulle... Oh god. Humiliated. Oe. Ma ei teagi, mis nüüd saab.